welcome to my video. My name is Kim. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to talk about my books this past week, what I finished, what I hope to finish, what I've started. So let's get into it. So yesterday, or the day before, well, at 4 a.m. yesterday, I finished Into the Heartless Wood, and it's from Joanna, Ruth, Meyer. It's a book about basically this tree spirit, and she lives in the woods, and she plants and creates 8 daughters out of birch trees, and she gives them hearts but no souls, and she sends them out to murder humans and suck out their souls and bring them to her. And her youngest daughter, she didn't name any of them. She doesn't have a name, but she meets a boy in the woods, and she kind of falls in love with him, and she wants to have a soul and quit killing, quit being her mother's monster. And he has had a lot of tragedy. His mom got lost in the woods and died, and his dad is kind of checked out, and he's got a little 2-year-old sister that he takes care of. And so they live right next to the wood, and it's dangerous, and nobody lives right next to the wood. And it's got, twists and turns, and, there are a couple things that I didn't see coming, so I thought that was kind of cool. But mostly, you see what's coming. But it was a good book, and it's really dark. It's very violent, and that would be my main trigger warning thing, is there's a lot of violence. And I liked it. I gave it 3.75 stars on Storygraph. It's like Goodreads, only you can give half stars, which I appreciate. So that's that. So Into the Heartless Wood. And then I've been listening to the audiobook of Emma by Jane Austen. Honestly, Emma has always been my least favorite Austen story, and all I can think of while I'm listening to it is the movie Clueless, with, I can't think of her name, good grief, I can see her face, Alicia Silverstone, there we go, and Paul Rudd, and I like the movie better, but really, it's just my least favorite. I'd listen to or read, Sense and Sensibility 100 times before I'd listen to Emma again. And it's well written. It's a cute story. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't really like matchmaking stories. My love of matchmakers begins and ends in the movie Mulan. No, pour the tea. Okay, so anyway, that's that. So I'm listening to that. I'm 2/3 of the way done. I have about 4 hours left, but I've already I've gotten to the part where she figures out that Elton likes her. Oh, that's a spoiler. So anyway, whatever. Save yourself, 10 hours and just watch Clueless. That's my opinion of it. That's a hot take, but, what's the world without hot takes? So, then yesterday, I started the book, The Last Dance of the Debutante, by Julia Kelly. And it's about a woman set in 1957. Well, it starts in 57. And Queen Elizabeth has declared that this is the final season for debutantes, coming out parties, all that. So this girl who's, many generations removed society, comes from dukes and duchesses type of girl. Her grandmother decides that she should have a coming out party, and that she should be in the debutante thingy-majig. What's that called? Whatever. She should be presented to society, because it's her duty and her right as, this fancy highborn person. So it's giving Gilmore Girls so hard. Like, that season when Rory decides she wants to be a debutante because she has no direction in her life. Yeah, so it's that. Her mother isn't Lorelai, though. So anyway, so far it's good, but I'm only 3 chapters in, so I was just reading it last night, and then I got really tired and listened to Emma instead of reading. So that's that. So those are okay. So The Last Dance of the Debutante and Emma are what I'm currently reading, ingesting, whatever. And then I just went to the library and picked up, I don't know how many, 6? 7 books. Mostly they're, I have a handful of classics, 1 romance or chick lit of some sort, and 1 like a nonfiction Christian type book. So let's start with the nonfiction Christian type thing. The Good Shepherd Calls. It's kind of about like, how things are getting scary out there, and how, it's time to get right with God, because the world's going to heck in a handcart. If you haven't noticed that, maybe, set your phone down and look out the window. So that's a good idea. So then, this other one, that's by Roger Oakland, by the way. So this chick lit one, it was a staff pick. She didn't take this little bookmark out of the book when I went to the library to get it. But it's called The Switch, and it's very much like, what is that? Oh, that cat's playing under the tree. Anyways, it's very much like The Holiday with Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz. Just they want to switch lives, and so they do. All right, now let's get to our classics. So, Silas Marner by George Eliot. I've never read it, but I like George Eliot, so I don't even really know what it's about or anything, and I kind of like it that way. The Turn of the Screw by Henry James. Don't really know much about that either, but it says that Oscar Wilde thought it was chilling, so that's fun. So give that a go. The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. Again, I haven't read it. I took a lot of literature classes when I was in high school and working on my associate's degree, but hi eggs. I didn't read everything I was supposed to read. See you, eggs. So cute. Okay, anyway, that's Diego. He's one of my 2 cats. He's a polydextrous, so he's got lots of fingers. Very cute. Big old boxing gloves. Anyway, so I read a lot of books in high school, and, I took literature classes in community college, but, there's so many books, and, there's hardly any time to reread anything you'd want to read. However, I have read The Scarlet Letter, and I do want to reread it. You stop that, or I'm going to spank you both. Naughty cats. Sitting on my Christmas presents. Anyways, and then Metamorphosis by Frank Kafka. Haven't read that either. So I'm looking forward to reading that. That's what I've got for now. I still have the Oscar Wilde book that I have on my on my nightstand. I still have 2 more by Joanna, Ruth, Meyer. Got lots to do. Oh, I still haven't read The Christmas Carol. I thought about reading it last night, and I just wasn't in the mood for it. But so I started the Last Dance of the Debutante. But I don't know that I was in the mood for that either. I'm just kind of in one of those weird floaty moods where it's like, I don't know. I don't know what I should read. Do you ever get in those moods? I do. Um, so those are those. If you've read any of these classics, go ahead and comment below. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video. If you'd like to see me ramble on about books in the future, support this channel. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.